What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Monday, July 20th, 2020. That's 2020, 3 20s. So, pretty awesome synchronicities. So, we are working on irrigation again today, as you could probably guess. In the previous video, we did acquire a water pump. We put in some secondary water line. We also put in our main water line already. We found out that our waterfall has dried up and we have to find another water source, but we acquired a pump and we had to do some maintenance to the pump to find some fittings to adapt the pump down from a 3-inch to a 1/2 inch. And now what we're doing today, we had to go get some water clamps and a few more pipe parts to adapt our irrigation. And right now I'm going to put in all the water clamps at the junctions. That way the water pressure doesn't blow our water system apart when we hook up the pump to it, because it's going to have quite a bit of pressure once we hook up that pump to this water system, reducing it down from a 3-inch to a 1/2 inch. So we want to make sure we have nice connections, nice and tight connections there. We're also going to be taking out a few of the junctions because we're going to run some of the blocks off of the same secondary line that goes to the left and to the right down the rows. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just fitting all of the junctions together, going in and taping all the threaded pieces of pipe that need to be threaded, and I'm tightening in and cutting pieces for all of the junctions. So pretty cool time lapse, you can check it out. And there's the water pump. What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Monday, July 20th. We had to run to Lowe's today to get some pipe parts to finish putting together our adapter for the water pump that we have. So what we're doing, we're taking it down from a 3-inch down to a 1/2 inch. What I've done, I've taken PVC and built the first part, adapted it all the way down to 1 inch from PVC, and it goes to the ADS pipe from 1 inch down to 3/4, and then from 3/4 down to a 1/2 inch. We'll be able to tap this 1/2 inch into our main line, and then all of our main lines into our secondary lines, and then off of our secondary lines we'll be able to put all of our drip irrigation. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and jump in here and put this piece in, and the pump will be ready to go. All we have to do is hook up the main line and hook up the in and out line onto this, and then we can go down the field and finish putting in all the fittings onto our secondary lines, and we'll be able to start laying our drip irrigation. So keep rocking it with us. We have a long day ahead of us, a lot of line to lay, but I'm excited because we have the pieces and we're going to jump into it. So I'm going to kick you back into that time lapse. I have a few more sections to fix the fittings for. Right now we're in block 1 above the beans, and we're putting in the end sections and the cross section. That is the end section that I put on that gives us another nozzle for the hose. Now we're going to move down to block 2 and take out a section. We're going to put in a junction in between block 2 and block 3. That way we can run block 2 and 3, which is both patches of tomatoes and squash and corn, off of the same secondary line. Now we're in between block 4 and 5. I'm fixing the sections for that. We're at the end, putting in the final piece of the end section. Check it out, guys. We got all of our secondary lines in. We got all of the junctions taped where they thread into the pipe. We've got all of the junctions with a clip on it. Everywhere, a water clamp clip. Everywhere where it connects to the secondary line. Now it's time to go in and put in our drip line. I'll show you how we do that. We're going to lay drip line down block 5 first, work our way back up the field. We started at the top at the beans in block 1, worked our way down with the secondary lines, Now we're going to work our way back up with the drip lines, and when we get to the top, the pump will be ready to hook up, and we'll be ready to test our water system and see if we blow a gasket or see if we successfully water the field. So stay tuned, because it might be chaos or it might be success. Let's check it out and see. So now that all of our lines are in, it's time to put in some of the drip tape. So we're going to put in the first 2 rows and take you in and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, check it out. We just laid out our drip tape. I'm not 100% sure how this drip tape works. What we're going to try to do is do a loop. We're going to put these valves into the secondary line. This hole punch, it's got a little hole puncher that punches a hole into our line. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in where our first line's going to go. Put our hole punch in there, and we're going to punch it just like that. Now this line goes into this line. Let's see. Alright, goes in just like that. And now we're going to cut the drip tape. Just like that. You want to set your dial all the way back to the left. You slide your drip tape up inside of there, just like that, and then you tighten it down like this, and now your line's stuck in there. We're going to go to this side and do the same thing. We're going to go in and punch our hole, put in our little nippled piece there, slide our drip tape up inside of the piece and tighten. Well, let's fix it first. We got to get it down on there right first. It's not going to work, is it? Then we tighten it down and it's on there. So now we got 2 rows done. We're going to go and do the same thing. We're going to pull out our tape and do it again. Put 2 more of them in. All right, we'll kick you back into the time lapse. We got 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows to go, and we'll be good. So let's get at it. So right now what we're doing, we're running out the drip tape. Felicia is taking it down some of the rows while I make sure that it stays straight, and we switch tasks and I take it down a few rows. We are trying to get block 4 lined out. This is all of our brassicas, all of our greens and things like that, because we just got through with the cucumbers, which is our squashes, our zucchinis, our watermelons, water babies, watermelons, our cucumbers, our pumpkins, all those types of things. And right now what I'm doing, I'm attaching the rest of the drip hoses to the secondary line and all those nozzles that we put in. But it's getting too hot out here to be out, so we're heading home for a little bit until it cools down. We'll take you on that drive back through those beautiful fields of Landgraf, McDowell County, West Virginia. Long fields of food we got here, guys. It's very beautiful out today, very hot out today, but we're going to be back in the garden in no time. Go home and relax for a little bit, and we're going right back. All right, guys, so check it out. It's evening time. We come back. It's cooled down by like 12 degrees, so my toes can feel themselves again. These rubber boots are not a joke. I feel like I cooked myself. And we've got the irrigation in the first, or the 5th and 4th block laid out. So we're going to go up here and see if we can get some water going to these plants and try to get this irrigation lined out. Let me show you what it looks like. This is our secondary line, the one that goes over to the truck, and then all of the ones that go down to the rows are drip feeders. We decided to feed all of them on block 4 and 5 off the same secondary line, since the pump that we have is so powerful. But what we're going to do, we're going to go down and open up block 5 first and get all of these get the irrigation started on all of these, and then we're going to go on and finish out the brassicas on this side in block 4. So keep rocking it with us. We're going to try it out. All fingers is crossed. We've got the end open up there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up here and get this pump churning out some water. So let's see what we can get happening up here. Keep rocking it. So now it's time to turn on the water pump. I'm going to turn on the water pump, and Felicia is going to open up the end of the water pump, putting in the final cutoff valve. That way we can regulate the pressure before we hook up the pump to the system. Felicia's going to go to the end and open up the valve to release the pressure, while I prime the pump and get the pump ready to start up and to put some water in here. But disaster has struck. You're about to find out. So check it out, guys. The pump works. Totally works. We got water coming out the first end over there in front of the beans. We're taking it out though, because in the process of priming the pump and putting water in it, it shot the primer plug totally who knows where. So yeah, there's your chaos. Welcome to a quick adventure, Morty. Yeah, we're gonna have to find something else to put into the plug space. I think that I'm gonna get a bolt that maybe will fit it. We'll try to find a bolt that'll fit it, and then we'll be back in it. Didn't work out as planned, but it never does. There's a little bit of chaos for you, a little bit of excitement. Crops are not going to get watered today, so there might be some death in here tomorrow. There might be some dead plants. So we'll see what happens. We're going to try to get a bolt and get back in here as quickly as possible, but it's yet another day without rain down here. We hit high 93 today when we were working in here. It was so hot we had to go home. But we did get the irrigation laid for those blocks. So let's just hope that those crops can hold on a little bit longer until we get around this disaster. I don't know how it's going to play out, but we'll find out, I suppose. So keep rocking it with us. We're going to pack up this stuff and go home and try to find a bolt. We might come back later. Probably not. It's dark. Not gonna be able to see anything. If disaster happens in the daytime, just imagine what happens at nighttime. Till next time, keep rocking it with us. So we have to devise another plan. We're gonna come back in here tomorrow and start back at it again. We have to get another primer plug and or a bolt to fit into the top of the water pump before we can successfully water the field. I hope that they can hold on until then, but we're going to find out. So just stick with us and we'll find out what's going to happen. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope it was entertaining and informational. Thank you for rocking it with us through this disaster. It is a disaster. It is totally awesome though, because we're learning some stuff. If you like the video, hit the like down below. Subscribe for more videos. Hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. And until next time, can you dig it?